Afternoon tea at an art gallery? Sounds bougie, right? The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, and the Yummy of Afternoon Tea, Art Gallery of Ontario edition. The AGO is located in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, and they hold an afternoon tea periodically in the historical Grange House, where the Norma Ridley Members Lounge is located. They host anyone who books in advance for special themed afternoon teas throughout the year. We attended the last weekend of their special holiday afternoon tea. Let's dive in. Let's begin with the good. We enjoyed the savories we were served the most. The amuse-bouche was a truffled deviled egg, which was brought to us first. The savory bites included a turkey dinner bite, which was a turkey confit sitting on top of a sage bread stuffing square with a dollop of cranberry sauce on top. This was a 2-bite item and tasted good. I do love a good stuffing. Next, we ate the Vichy carrot, which was perfectly cooked, a carrot filled with a leek mixture. I thought this was very unique and I liked it. Then we ate the sausage roll, which had a grainy mustard with it. It also tasted good, and it was actually my tea friend's favorite savory bite. My favorite savory bite was this scalloped potato pave, which was thin layers of potato which had been fried with a crispy exterior and a soft interior. The Mornay sauce, which it was sitting in the dish, made it the scalloped potato-esque item. I would have liked more creamy sauce, but this potato dish was very yummy. Overall, we enjoyed these very thematic savory bites. We didn't even miss the bready finger sandwiches because these bites were very thoughtful, tasteful, tasty, and fit perfectly with the holiday theme. Next, we like to eat our scones, and we each received 2 scones. One was a gingerbread scone with a lot of icing, and then there was a cheddar and apple biscuit, or so says the menu. Scone, biscuit, potato. Most places would just call this a scone. We each had 1 ball of butter and a shared serving of rhubarb jam for our scones. The more savory scone of cheddar was delicious, really flaky and buttery. We both actually really loved this one. I didn't think that it needed the apples. I would have preferred it to be a full-on savory scone with chives or dill instead of apples. But this cheddar scone biscuit thing was delicious. Then we went in for the gingerbread scone, neither of us being big fans of this flavor, but it was okay. We were also served a large bowl of clotted cream because the server said they heard that there was a preference for it at our table. I wasn't too pleased about that. I'd rather be treated like all guests and no one else got clotted cream. Here's how the server worded it.
Thank you so much for making space. I'm just going to place this just in the middle diplomatically so that it's easy for you both to reach. On our middle layer are our baked goods. We've got an apple cheddar biscuit as well as an iced gingerbread scone. We do have a little bit of salted snowball butters as well with a strawberry rhubarb jam. We did actually make a little special clotted cream. Typically we don't always include it, but we know there was a little bit of a preference for that, so we thought we'd sort of extend that as a gesture.
Yeah, not really a fan of this. However, the clotted cream was authentic and tasted great, but I'd rather just have had the regular experience. Overall, the scone tier here was fine. Every guest should be served clotted cream, though, and not just quote-unquote special guests. Please take note. Moving onwards, the sweet tier was gorgeous. There was a lot of edible flowers all over this tier, which certainly made it pretty. The 5 sweets were a pumpkin pie parfait. This tasted good, especially if you like pumpkin, which is not my favorite thing, but there was nothing wrong with this. There was a mini fruit cake with a strong rum fruit flavor, very fitting for the holiday season. The fudge was eggnog and nutmeg flavored and tasted exactly like that. It was very sweet, just like fudge is. The peppermint meringue kiss had a nice crunch and a minty flavor. And finally, the frozen hot chocolate was a chocolate mousse with some seemingly house-made marshmallows. This was a delicious mousse, and I love seeing a chocolate item on the sweet tier at afternoon tea. I was impressed how on theme these sweets were. Each flavor was exactly what you'd want in a holiday-themed tea. Overall, I was pleasantly surprised by the food offering at this afternoon tea, so I am classifying it as overall, the food being the good aspect of this experience. I will note that they serve the Sloan brand of tea here, which comes pre-brewed to your table. This is a decent quality tea, common here in Ontario, Canada. The teacups and teapots were quite pretty here. Milk and sugar were both offered to us. Service here was pleasant and friendly. For the bad, this price was a bit inflated for my preference. This was a prepaid online experience which cost 85 Canadian dollars per person, plus $15 gratuity per person, for an even $100 each person. This is quite high for afternoon tea, but fairly in line with other Toronto hotel tea locations. However, of note, this also includes the entry fee to the AGO Art Gallery, which is worth something too. I am not a big art gallery goer, but if you are, this could be an amazing day out for you. Tea and art. Why not? There wasn't anything ugly here. The rooms where the afternoon tea is held are a bit lackluster, kinda dull, kinda blah, but not necessarily ugly. And finally, the yummy. My favorite bites were the potato savory, the savory cheese scone biscuit, and of course that chocolate mousse. On the whole, I was quite surprised by the food at this afternoon tea. I was pleased with how on theme it was, and might attend another of their themed teas in the future, based on this experience. Therefore, my Queen of Afternoon Tea rating is 4 out of 5 stars. I cannot give credit for the clotted cream, as not every guest gets served that, when they certainly should be. Have you been to afternoon tea at this venue yet? Comment below with your impressions. Mine is that if AGO has a thematic afternoon tea that appeals to you, and it fits within your budget, you should attend afternoon tea here in the future. My next tea adventures will be in Florida. Details available and donations accepted through the link in my bio. See you soon, my YouTube and TikTok tea friends.